What's going on, everybody? I am back, and today I'm going to be watching one of my favorite Minecraft YouTubers with you. We're going to be watching him transform a 1.18 Lush cave into something amazing, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll get to it. All right, guys, here we are, and I can't wait to watch this. I haven't seen this one yet. This is a Minecraft YouTuber named Jeracraft. He does some amazing builds. I mean, him or Trixie Blocks, they're both amazing. I can't even decide which one's better. Who cares which one's better? They're both amazing. We all enjoy their content, I'm sure. But today I'm going to be watching him transform a Lush cave in 1.18. And I'm really excited to see this. I'm glad that you guys came and watched this with me. I hope you enjoy too. So let's get to it right now. Ooh, it's looking good already.
Yo guys, what is up? My name is Jeracraft and I'm excited to see that Minecraft 1.18 is finally here. And I'm not going to lie to you, I have literally just spent a good few hours just exploring all of the new landscapes for the very first time. And I have to say, I am just absolutely mind blown, not only by the beauty of some of these new landscapes and randomly generated caves, but also the sheer scale. I mean, some of these caverns are just absolutely ginormous. So let's be honest, I mean, we have all been wanting a cave update for a very long time now. But I just did not expect anything as good as this. I mean, just take a look at some of these new mountains. You could almost say that I built them using World Painter, but no, this is just a randomly generated Minecraft seed. So I guess you can say that Mojang has really gone above and below with this one.
Above and below, get it? I just want to stop real quick because I wanted to say, how much, he's totally right, how much every Minecraft player was, just needing a cave update, we have mods, of course, you can get that make caves better, but this was just such a huge update that it was just what we needed. Don't even need mods for this, you can use mods for other things that that don't have to do with world generation at this point, you know what I mean? But to each his own. But I'm just wanted to reiterate what he said because it's totally true, you know what I mean? So all right, so let's get back to him. Enough of me, let's get back to him. Here we go.
Get it? Above and below? Nope.
I get
so in
it.
today's video, I'm going to attempt my very first epic 1.18 build project, and all we have to do is find the perfect place to start building. So without further ado, let's begin today's adventure.
That's cool how he edited that.
Now, during my many hours of exploration, I found everything from huge deep slate pillars surrounded in lava lakes to some incredible looking dripstone caves, some of which were completely flooded, while others were just about breaking through the surface. I also found some crazy looking dilapidated mines, along with, of course, some beautiful lush caves. And that's not even to mention the much improved mountains, which in some cases you can now fly straight through, which is just pretty epic. It was honestly a really tough decision, but after much thought, I finally found the perfect place to start building.
Ooh, the lush caves, yep. Look at how beautiful that is. Just, he hasn't done anything to it yet. I just don't know
what to say. I mean, this cave is just absolutely insane. It's beautiful, it's massive, and there's obviously plenty of space to build on. There's a small mine shaft along the bottom, as well as the perfect cave entrance along the top, which kind of just flows down into the cavern. So the very first thing we're going to do is transform the entrance into the cave, just by building a small campsite. This is going to be a place where possibly some lucky adventurers, or maybe even some archaeologists, have found a secret entrance into some kind of lost ancient city. At least that was the plan for today's project. So I built a few basic things, some tents, a small watchtower, a crane, a few decorations, and even some bones being dug up from the ground.
Awesome. No big deal, right? These guys are such good builders. They're like, oh, just a basic cave.
Now here's where things can get a little bit tricky.
Obviously,
entrance. We need to find the best way down into the actual caverns. So I started breaking down blocks around the entrance to gradually start building this really cool spiraling path to get as far down the cave as possible.
Oh,
and
that's so cool.
This is pretty much where the real adventure begins. So the path starts off with some dirt as well as some roots piercing through the ground, and as we continue our way further down the cave, we're going to slowly transition into a more dripstone-like tunnel. At this point, I don't even think we've made it a quarter of the way down, but we finally reached our very first obstacle. Now, because we have a sheer drop down to the bottom of the cave, I thought this would make the perfect place to build our first suspended bridge, held up by some chains. Nothing too crazy, just a simple design so that we can get to the other side. From here, we can continue building our way down with one final tunnel, which will eventually open up into this sort of magical, hidden, lush cave.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, I just love this kind of build. I mean, it definitely gives you this sense of adventure as you gradually descend into the deep forbidden caves below. But of course, now comes the most challenging part of this entire project. So even though this cave already looks quite spectacular, I still want to try and make things look even better. Because, you know, apparently I like to make Mojang feel really small. So for now, what we're going to do is tidy up this entire cave and make sure that we level out most of the ground, just so that we have enough space to build on. If you haven't noticed, I'm also really trying my best to detail everything as much as possible. I just really want to make sure that every single inch of this cave looks as eye-catching as possible.
Oh, man.
So no matter where you travel,
looks so
there'll always
good
be
already.
something interesting to look at. Now, one side of the cavern is pretty much almost complete, and even though I've already spent many hours transforming the cave, I literally just can't get over how amazing it all looks. To think we went from caves like this, with nothing but a whole lot of stone pretty much. I mean, I guess you'd be lucky enough to find a set of mushrooms and be like, wow, detail. But no, seriously, this is just a huge improvement, so much so that you can't even compare.
Hell yeah, man.
So we're going to finish off this path with one final suspended bridge cutting right across the middle of the cavern. I had to make some minor changes to the landscape in order for this to work. And you know what? It's probably not the safest bridge in the world, but I'm sure it will have some pretty spectacular views once we finish this project.
Yeah, I love it.
From this point on, I really want to start introducing some of the lost ancient city ruins that I mentioned earlier.
Oh,
so I
cool.
began experimenting with some epic yet mysterious looking statues,
Like
inspired by
Slate.
some kind of Aztec native warrior. At least that's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah,
I do think
looks
they
like
turned
it.
out looking much better than expected. We even have the new Deep Slate redstone blocks for the glowing eyes,
beautiful.
which I think works really well. Then of course we have all these cascading waterfalls just flowing down into the bottom of the cave.
That looks good, man. I love the blue flames too. From the soul
I
sand.
want to try and use as many of the newest blocks as possible. So for the majority of the build, we're also going to be using a mixture of deep slate as well as some of the other darker looking blocks.
Wait.
While I was actually in the middle of building...
Where is it? Oh, over here. See, excuse me. See those cool banners right there? Let's play it forward just a little bit here.
As possible. So for the majority of the build, we're also going to be using a mixture of deep...
Oh, right there. Look at these awesome banners he made. Dude, they look like skulls. That is awesome. All right, I just wanted to show those. That's impressive. Never seen banners like that. I love it. Okay, here we go.
Slate, as well as some of the other darker looking blocks. While I was actually in the middle of building some of these ruins, I came up with this crazy idea. You see, most of the city looks almost like it's being swallowed up by nature over the years. The water especially seems to be breaking through the ruins. And well, right below, we have this underwater cave system, which is pretty much just completely empty.
Ooh, that looks good.
So I just thought this would be the perfect place to build a flooded treasure room using, of course, some of the new raw gold blocks. So what we're going to do is temporarily remove the water and build a relatively large room that will eventually store all of this long forgotten treasure.
Ooh, that's amazing, dude.
Everything from gold blocks and crystals, armor stands, pretty much anything shiny to decorate this entire room.
Good idea.
Even using invisible item frames just to add smaller details scattered across the room. This is something that I've always wanted to build. You know, just mountains of gold coins and treasure, but I've never really liked the solid gold block. But now...
So hold on, I just want to say one more thing, guys. I'm sorry I keep interrupting, but you know, this really reminds me of the Trixie blocks, the pyramid he built, where there was a treasure room, the Pharaoh's treasure room. You know, this reminds me a lot of it. All the treasure piled all over the place. So I just wanted to say that totally, and even the invisible item frames of the treasure on the ground. You know, so yeah, that's cool. All right, here we go. All right.
With the new update, we can kind of mix things up a bit, adding more variation to the build, and well, I don't know, I just think this looks absolutely epic.
It does, dude.
Finally, we're going to allow the water to flow back into the cave and completely flood this place once again, finishing off by adding in some extra lighting and those final decorations.
Ooh.
Honestly, this has to be my favorite addition to this entire project.
I love that. Indiana Jones, man. Indiana Jones meets Minecraft.
So we have made a ton of progress and this build is really starting to come together. There's only one last patch of empty space right at the far end of the cavern. Now we're going to continue building the ruins of this lost ancient city, but seeing as we have a lot more empty space to build with, I wanted to try and squeeze in one final monument.
Like a pyramid.
A place where possibly these ancient warriors conducted some of their ritual sacrifices. I mean, I definitely had to build some kind of huge ancient temple, and well, this is pretty much as good as it gets. It's practically the very first thing you see as
that's
you walk
awesome
into the
looking.
cave, along with those mysterious looking statues.
Love the banners, man.
Now, like I mentioned before, I really want every single part of this cave to be as perfect as possible, with plenty of places to explore and secrets to be discovered, and that includes the temple interior featuring this broken down lava pit. One of the main reasons for all of this decorating is actually because we're going to be hosting a Hunger Games event on the new Minecraft server, and we're going to be pretty much using this very map. So if you want to join, just check out the Discord server for more details. With that said, my final project of the year 2021 is finally complete.
Ooh. Yeah, the cinematics, man. Watch when he goes down. Ooh, Indiana Jones, man. I'm telling you, I get the Indiana Jones vibes. It's amazing. Oh, look at this.
Now guys, if you want to download this project, make sure to check out the Patreon or download them from the new website. Thank you, and please help me reach 2 million subscribers!
All right, guys. That was cool. That was totally cool. I'm glad we got to watch that together. Yeah, go check out Jeracraft. You know, I'll put the link to his channel in my description in case you've never heard of him. I mean, he's a big YouTuber, so you probably heard of him already, but if you haven't, yeah, go check out the link in my description, and you know, don't forget to like and subscribe, of course, to me, and hope you're enjoying all this content I've been doing lately, watching these you know, these great Minecraft YouTubers builders, I guess you call them, but I've been enjoying it, I know. So yeah, that being said, I hope you have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.